Alright, so this live stream is about to begin. So I'm not gonna film the trailer. You guys can just watch it. It's gonna be out there. But I'm gonna do like an afterthoughts kind of thing. And just so I can also just enjoy the trailer for itself. So it's gonna start, I think, in like less than a minute. It's already 9. So yeah, I'll see you after it starts. Alright, so I'm here on the couch. I literally just watched it a second time. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna talk here on the couch as I always do. Or not always do, but for these kinds of videos. So yeah, it didn't really show us that much. It was just a quick trailer, like a minute or like 2 minutes long, that just basically showed us a glimpse of like every character, or like just a little bit of every character. It doesn't really give away much of the plot. We didn't see anything. We didn't see like Doctor Doom. We didn't see the Silver Surfer, which I will bring up later. But yeah, they had this whole preliminary thing before that, which is pretty much just them like stretching it out because it was like a morning show kind of thing. And like we just waited. There was like 5 minutes of just them talking till they released the trailer, which was pretty good. I mean, I don't think there was anything particularly bad about it, like in terms of what I've seen, like as in story-wise. I do think that there's a bit of dodgy CGI, so let's go ahead straight into the... Just brings us back, shows us who the Fantastic Four are, shows us who our main characters are, which we have Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, The Thing, and the Human Torch. All of the castings, I think, are pretty okay. I think they're actually pretty good. Like, I think my biggest concern really was Pedro Pascal. Well, not really concerned, but like the one that I was kind of iffy about because of the fact that he's just in everything. And like, I felt like I just never pictured him as Mr. Fantastic. I honestly was just all for John Krasinski, who they already did Mr. Fantastic for in Doctor Strange 2. And I think they probably should have just kept him. But hopefully Pedro Pascal does bring something good. I mean, I do like him in quite a lot of things. I like him in, what was he in, The Mandalorian? I liked him in Last of Us, which I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion or not. But I liked him in pretty much everything I've seen him in. And I haven't seen Gladiator 2, so I don't know how he's like there. And I think Vanessa Kirby looks great as well as the Invisible Woman. First off, she looks like Invisible Woman. And I think, honestly, I don't think I have anything against her. I think she can embody what Invisible Woman is and like how she's supposed to act. They're not making her like one of those strong female, better than everyone characters. Like she's just a normal person. Like they're treating her how they should treat the character, like they're not like over preaching or whatever. And I think Johnny Storm, I think, is actually really good casting. The guy from Stranger Things, I think he looks like him, and I think he can play him pretty well. He plays that messy teenager that Johnny Storm is, or Human Torch is, and I think that's a pretty good casting. I like that quite a lot. No problems with that. Eben Moss-Backrack, I think that's his name. He was in The Bear, and I'm pretty sure he was also in an episode of like Andor, I think. And he's the Thing here. And first off, I like how he sounds. Like he sounds like how I would picture the Thing to sound, and I think that's honestly great. And I love it that they had that they basically showed the trailer of them just being like a family, or that's what they keep marketing as like Marvel's first family, which I think it kind of shows there. It shows them like how they live and how they go with each other, and I think it's pretty good as well. I think the only weird part for me, or there's a couple weird parts, but one of them is how the Thing looks. Now, he looks a bit small. I don't know, and like the CGI, I know it's CGI. It looks very CGI to me, but there was a photo of like Thing in the practical suit, so I don't know I don't know if it's like CGI or if it's a practical suit, but it looks kind of dodgy to me. Like his head looks kind of small. He doesn't look as bulky as I thought the Thing would have been. I think he should be a little bit bulkier, at least especially in the head part. Like it just looks kind of weird, like when you're facing him up front. But like from the side, there's like a shot of him running. He looks pretty okay there. And then their costumes I want to talk about. I think honestly, they're fine with me. I'm fine with them. Like maybe they just look a little bit like a pajamas, but that's just how they look in the comic books, and I like it. They stuck with the retro feel of the Fantastic Four, which I do really like. I know that they're setting this movie in like the 60s, I'm pretty sure, so that is actually really cool. And then it's gonna be like set in like an alternate universe, and yeah, so basically they're not really following any MCU continuity in like as a whole. Like it's in a separate universe, and it's probably gonna get destroyed. I don't know how, but like it's gonna be part of it's gonna expand into the multiverse territory, and it doesn't really, that trailer doesn't really like talk too much about the multiverse stuff. It just really shows the characters and just kind of just brings us back to who the Fantastic Four are. And actually, speaking of other characters, they did give a glimpse of Galactus, which I like how he looks. I just don't like how he's kind of small, but I know I think I don't know if I know, but like I'm pretty sure he can like resize himself to like become huge. But like I don't know, maybe that's just I don't know, but he looks like Galactus, because like the last time we saw Galactus, he was like a freaking cloud in that Fantastic Four movie from like 20 years ago. So this is a big improvement right away. So that's good. And they also got a good actor for Galactus. Like I don't know anything he's in, but like I've seen like clips of him. The actor is Ralph Ineson. Like he sounds like Galactus. Like he sounds like how I would picture Galactus to sound. So I think that is pretty good. And I think honestly all of the actors that they've chosen so far are good actors. So like I think they could pull them off, even though if like I didn't really think of them as being the ideal choices for these roles. I think they could probably pull it off pretty well, especially Pedro Pascal. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I wanted to bring him up as Mr. Fantastic one more time because I think and I hope that the trailers like or what we saw there was like kind of unfinished CGI, because a lot of it looked kind of dodgy and kind of off. But then again, it's a pretty early release. I'd say. I mean, the movie's coming out like in July, so they still have They have quite a bit of time to like fix stuff, because some of it just looks a bit dodgy, especially with the Thing. And yeah, I don't know. I think what we did get though was pretty good, because like, it didn't show anything of like Mr. Fantastic like stretching and stuff. So yeah, that's just pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the trailer. So yeah, I'd say this is a pretty basic on the nose, not really on the nose, but like, you know, just run of the mill trailer. Nothing crazy. It's not like the Daredevil trailer, which I want to talk about actually. But that's for another video. But this one, I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, it's a teaser trailer, of course, so it's not really supposed to give you like too much. It's just gonna set you in the mood to see how everything's gonna look like, how everybody's gonna look like, and I think they did good on that. And I want to talk about like kind of the stuff like behind the scenes also, because so far this seems like a pretty ambitious movie. Like they're always calling it like Marvel's first family. We want to do this right. We want to set this in the era that these characters were created, which is in the 60s, in the alternate universe and stuff. So I like that. I like hearing that from like the creators working on it. And I think yeah, it sounds pretty promising. It's not like the Eternals, how like basically Marvel also said that this was one of our most ambitious films, and we all know how that turned out. Dishoom. Their word for ambitious was just kind of putting in like preachy stuff, which so far I haven't seen anything here. I feel like this is just gonna be hopefully one of those just normal good Marvel movies. This is just a fun time with fun characters that you like, and yeah, like I hope that's what this movie will turn out to be. So far, it's looking pretty good, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. And hopefully, Marvel, you could stick the landing with all of your movies this year. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. I want to go to sleep now because it's like 10. So, good night, guys. Oh, and subscribe and like the video. Bye bye.